become religious.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I put it out there.
I put it out
Lord
there.
Jesus, I put it out there.
See, so here's the thing. I switched it from, this sounds messed up, but from Lord Jesus to universe. That's what people do. They switch it to universe. Just like how I noticed in Austin, instead of talking about my kids, I make the story about me growing up, because they don't want to hear from their parents' perspective. They want to hear from their perspective. And I change wife to girl. So weird. Anyway, you're on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, I need you to pull up something.
Okay.
Pull up on YouTube. Pull up Patrice O'Neill hosts O&A, and when you
Okay.
and go to the minute mark, 6:28, or as close as you can get to 6:28.
6:26.
All right, wait, not yet. I'm
Now it's 6:20.
I wanted to talk about this because I've had people, and by people I just mean like two people. I don't know if I question the name or ask about the name or make fun of the name. Like why is it nobody's happy? One that really got me fucking infuriated was when somebody said, somebody put, I'm happy, so I guess you're wrong. Oh my God, that really fucking pissed me off. First of all, like the fact that you think that that's funny. Because it's not like there's two kinds of that's not funny. There's, hey, that's not funny, like being hurt, and then there's, hey, it's not funny, which is what a lot of producers thought about my comedy. It was nothing. They weren't being mean. They were just like, it's just not funny. Anyway, that's what that was. It was just it wasn't funny. Like, how could you think that's funny? It's low level. Anyway, I feel like the more I say it's not emotional, the more I sound emotional. But my point was that, the name Nobody's Happy. First of all, I heard it. I heard my friend Pat say it. He just said it in conversation. He was making fun of two guys that were fighting with each other, and then he just created some kind of scenario. And he goes, and at the end of the day, nobody's happy. And I was there, and I was like, why not put it this way? And I'm having a terrible time articulating myself, but I did smoke before I came out here. However, I do know that I want to talk about this. The name Nobody's Happy, right? Somebody else put something different. They put somebody actually outright said you should change the name to Nobody's Happy, and I mean from Nobody's Happy to something that is happy. Like, I forgot what reference they used. They used
they said it's psychological, like everybody loves Raymond.
Right, like everybody loves Raymond. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. And I was just thinking about it, like, that's so stupid. First of all, I'm not trying to attract the kind of people, although I wouldn't mind attracting the kind of people that are so simplistic that you can basically coach them into liking something. And I feel like that's the kind of mind that that goes fucking haywire when the pandemic happens, because all they do is listen to the news, and all the news does is tell you to be afraid and stay inside and all this other bullshit. Of course, now that we know more about it, if you're fat or have a, what do they call it, comorbidity, yeah, it's probably a good idea for you to stay your big ass inside, man. Fucking coronavirus latches on to fat cells. I heard some guy say. I don't even know if he's fucking studied, but I heard him say it. Where the fuck was I going with this?
you were shaming fat people like myself who almost died from COVID, sir.
Because you have a lot of fat cells.
No, that was main thing. Fuck,
That means you had a comorbidity.
Oh yeah. Fuck, man. That thing aged me 2 years too.
See, that's what you guys did. Anyway, no, what I was getting at, nobody's happy. Now, I'm like I said, I didn't articulate this very well. I basically just went on a high rant. But listen to this. I never heard, like I said, I got the name from my friend, my buddy, Pat. He said it and I liked it, and that's why I put nobody's happy. Now, I just found out that Patrice O'Neal actually said it on he articulated what I was trying to, what I felt at that moment. Like, can you just play it and and can they hear it? They can hear it, right?
Yeah.
I got a call from somebody that that told me that I should just love and forgive, and I started laughing to myself like, that's the stupidest advice in history. Like, everybody up right now, nobody is happy and nobody wants advice like just love. Right now, somebody's mad going to work, right? They're angry going to work, and they're like trying to figure out how to exist with hatred. They're not trying to look for love. Like, for the most part, love has always been something that a martyr would say.
Right.
Love is like, hey man, just love and be peaceful. But you always end up dead when you give love as a.
You see, that really summed up what I felt when I heard those words, nobody's happy. It was basically, it's like, you can't be happy. Like that guy that said, I'm happy, so I guess you're wrong. I guess what's so nauseating about it, and I think nauseating is a correct word, is you can't be happy. You can't, like, it's not a state. It's not like being rich. It's like, I'm rich, so I don't have to worry about money. Number one, it can very easily go away. Money can go away at any moment. And just like happiness, it could go away at any moment. Just like it could come by and you can get it and have it inform a situation. Like, this situation makes me happy. But you don't really stay, like, life is fucking hard. It's fucking hard, which is where sometimes comedy comes from. Not all comedy, but some comedy, I think, comes from just dealing with the day-to-day fucking shit, man. Just like the way it just, sometimes there's a day in your life where it just comes down on you. Like everything is coming, and you just can't get rid of this fucking anxiety. And then you start going, why was I anxious again? And then you're like, oh, because this fucking thing is hanging over my head. And then you hear somebody say something funny, or you say something funny in the car, and it's almost like you start laughing, where had it gone a little bit longer, you might have started crying, or you might have gotten really upset, punched the fucking wall, which I've done, and I got to work on. Anyway, my point is, nobody's happy. It's somewhat the way I've also heard it expressed by George, who's not here with us because he's saving lives right now. He said when he thought about nobody's happy, he just thought about, like, hey, nobody's happy. Like almost like relax. Nobody's happy. Like if it feels terrible, I guess it's a way. It shouldn't be taken literally, but it is a way of saying, relax, man. That is part of life. Struggle, unhappiness is as much part of life as happiness is. Right? I mean, you go through that shit when you're fucking getting ready for something. If you're a bodybuilder, you got to put yourself through fucking hell, so you can look delicious and somehow in a weird racist statue that's white head and a brown body. Yeah, fucking football players. You know, you can put it on anything that you got to put in the fucking work, man. So yeah, nobody's happy stands because you know what? Nobody's happy. Everybody's driving in their cars. Like Patrice said, trying to find a way to exist with hatred and just dealing with fucking the shit of life. Anyway, Josh, what did you think when I said nobody's happy? Did you think like George?
You proved your point because those people got upset that you had that as your title. So they're not happy with that title. Nobody's happy. Even the people who think they're happy are not happy.
Ooh, nice. If you make it a point to say that you don't like it,
you're not happy.
You're not happy. Point. Yeah. That's fucking crazy. I never even thought about it that way. I was like, I know this is horseshit, but I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I mean, but it's also, and that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean that somebody that wrote that is a bad person or that they're unhappy all the time. It clearly showed that you got upset by something as, well, I guess the title is pretty symbolic, right?
So you'd get way more hate if the title was Everybody's Happy. Because it's sarcastic still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but see, that could be taken sarcastic if people know that I'm being a comedian. Sort of like you should also take the term nobody's happy. You motherfuckers don't trust me that it has some kind of comedic value to it, at least in my head. You know, I didn't just like, let me put something sad. Now, have I said everybody's sad? Then it's like, it's probably time for me to like take some pills and fucking go talk to somebody. But nobody's happy. It's just, you know, it's, I mean, I don't want to necessarily call it a euphemism, you know, because I guess it could be literal in some instances.
I think you should do nobody's happy, but we are grateful.
But we're thankful for this. But we're thankful for this fucking $10 loaf of bread. Oh my God. By the way, why the fuck are we not fixing the economy yet, man? Fucking fajita's still up. Fucking
palladium.
What the fuck is that?
And platinum. They're metals.
Oh. What are they missing? I mean, like, is there a shortage of it?
Russia was one of the main producers of oil, palladium, gold, and platinum. So
there you fucking have it, folks. Jesus Christ. This is let's fucking talk about this.
Putin put out, okay, so Putin knows that if we raise interest rates to just 1%, then we can't pay our debts. We can't afford the interest payments. So he's like, fuck, I got oil, I got gold, and if you cut me off from the banking community, then I'm just going to mine Bitcoin with my oil. So he knows America, it's like, you're too far in debt, you're not going to go to war, you can't do shit about it. So Putin was like, fuck it. And China's next to invade Taiwan.
See, there you have it, folks. The whole world has gone to shit all over. I don't understand, how is our government has to be super shady if like they came out of a pandemic and they're ready to go to war, and we came out of the pandemic with like fucking no pants on and just going like, what the fuck, dude? There's no money. I don't even have my wallet. I don't know where my fucking pants are. And it was fucking terrible. And these motherfuckers, China is like, China and Russia, man, this sounds like the most ignorant shit ever, right? I need to listen to more Alex Jones and see like, how does this motherfucker present it so that him going insane doesn't look insane to some people. But this is why you can't follow conspiracy theories. This is why I can't follow conspiracy theories, because I am already high in neurosis. And knowing too far ahead of what's where the country is going, or what people in power are doing, it's draining to the point where at some point you got to turn off the news and be like, I got to go fucking watch somebody fist fight another motherfucker, or two people fight over a football. because this whole knowing the truth is overrated, and that fucking sucks because I've actually prided myself on being someone that I would always put the truth above everything. It's like I want to know the truth, and now I'm starting to see the more truth you acquire, the closer you get to forget going insane. Just sounding, even if you're not insane, you just sound fucking crazy. Case in point, fucking when I would hear Josh talk about these fucking conspiracy theories of like, you know, the order of rich people that, you know, manipulate the blah blah blah, and then you know a couple of other goofy shit. But then you find out, oh, it kind of is like there are small groups of people trying to control everybody, and they do nefarious things like buy newspapers and fucking meet in hotels or meet in fucking weird what did Nixon
Islands. Oh yeah, the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah. Find out what Nixon said about Bohemian Grove. I can't repeat it.
You know what
it's hilarious.
You know what a conspiracy theorist is?
What?
You're a runner, right?
I've been known to be able to run. Yes.
You know how you hit that wall, and you're like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Some runners go past that. That's what a conspiracy theorist is. So when they get to the, this is too much shit, I can't deal with this no more.
You get a second wind of insanity.
Exactly. And then you're like, oh shit, I went through that wall. Fuck. And then nobody agrees with you after that.
Fuck.
They're like, I'm puking. I shit on myself. I'm like, keep running.
When you think to yourself, like if somebody had told me 10 years, I mean, I think a lot of people have kicked this thing around. You can imagine if somebody would have told you 10 years ago that there's an island, pedophile island, which, you know, that sounds like it's underage girls. I don't know. I feel like underage girls is still, it's not in the same realm as like children being sexually abused. I think that's actually even more. Not that that's not horrific, taking advantage of underage girls.
You mean?
Yeah, that's just good. That's on another level of wrong. But like, if somebody were to tell you that, like in 2010, I'd be like, this guy is really out his fucking mind. He really thinks there's a guy out there that brings billionaires and world leaders into this island where they do awful things. Yeah, and then next thing you know, the guy commits suicide in a jail cell while the guards go to sleep and the cameras go off. Right? See, even that to me, part of me before knowing all these things still goes, that sounds ridiculous, because I can remove myself from myself and remove that information and be like, how would I react if I heard this? And I think that sounds fucking crazy. Fucking what else? What is this? Oh shit. Epstein associate Jean-Luc Brunel found dead in Paris prison. Are you fucking serious, dude?
Yeah, this was 6 days ago.
Whoa. Modeling agent accused of supplying underage girls to Jeffrey Epstein reportedly hangs himself.
Is she showing her tits?
Oh, no. Wait, what is he doing? Oh, no. I think she's threatening to. That's why he's like, please don't.
And he's looking the other way. He's like, what are you doing?
That is creepy. Jean-Luc Brunel, the modeling agent who was accused of supplying underage girls to Jeffrey Epstein, was found dead Saturday in his prison cell in Paris, where Brunel was largely held behind bars since December 2020 as French authorities pursued charges of sexual abuse and sex trafficking against him. Much like Epstein's own death. I like how they put that. Much like Epstein's own death, in August 2019, the 75-year-old Brunel reportedly died by suicide before he could stand trial, with Le Monde reporting that Brunel was found hanged in his cell during a night check. Jean-Luc Brunel never stopped declaring his innocence, Brunel's lawyer said in a statement Saturday. His decision was not guided by guilt or by a deep sentiment of injustice. Aww. Brunel, who The Guardian reports was credited with discovering models like Christy Turlington and Mila Jovovich during his. Oh yeah, that's the girl that was in what's it? Joan of Arc, The Messenger. Mila Jovovich. Yeah, and Resident Evil. How did I not remember Resident Evil? I guess because I never saw any of them, really. Anyway, during his tenure as career model, he discovered her. Wow. Was banned from the agency in 1990 following a BBC investigation into abuse in the modeling
big
agency.
black cock investigation.
Whoa. That's how big the investigation was. It was like, I mean, it was a BBC size investigation. In terms of like how big it was BBC. BBC type of investigation. You know what I mean? No stone unturned.
Oh shit, this is a long ass article.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, we pretty much got the
gist of it.
The gist of it, you know. I'm not about to sit here and fucking
read
prove to everybody that I have a much lower reading level than.
What is that? 11th grade?
No, I guess it's about as low as you would imagine, right? Like when I get on stage, people, you know, like if I wasn't on stage, they would think, who's that drunk guy? Who's that drunk? Who's a little too well dressed to be the cook, but a little too underdressed to be the main guy that we're seeing tonight. Which brings me to how fucking awesome Bolingbrook was in the Chicago area. I guess it's a suburb of Chicago, Bolingbrook, Illinois. God, I had so much fucking fun, man. I did CG's Comedy Club. By the way, going to Chicago, Illinois, these northern cities that have mask mandates they still have mask mandates. It was like going to a fucking other country where they have different customs, you know, like where they one of those countries where they cane you for like chewing gum too loud or spitting on the street or some shit like that. You know, it was like, yeah, like you feel like, oh, to them this is so, it's so insulting to be walking around indoors somewhere without a mask on. They take it as a very, unless you sit down and you're shoving food into your mouth, then they're pretty understandable about that. But everything else, it felt like oh shit, like people over here were like, no, we want to keep doing this. And then back home in Texas, these fucking savages were just like, take this shit off of me. Because it's been, I bet you, in Texas, we started complaining about it within the first 3 hours. When we started wearing masks, we were like, this is so fucking stupid. And that's why as soon as people got a chance to relax, they were like, you know what, let's just do it if you want to do it. Which is basically how it's happening here. Some people are walking around with masks and some people are not. And usually the people with masks are either serving you. That's why I always wondered about that. Like if you work at a place where you always have to wear a mask, like a restaurant, and then maybe you come back later as a customer because you love the restaurant where you work at, would they make you wear a mask the whole time, or would you be treated like a customer, right? Because obviously the coronavirus affects customers and servers differently. It's tricky. I think that's Omicron 2.0. Actually, there is a second Omicron, right?
Yeah.
What have you heard about it? I know you've been looking.
It started at the same time as another variant that came out, and so like I've seen like 4 or 5 different variants that they said, but nothing's hit the news hard. I mean, everything's now about the war in Russia. It's not. They've moved on from. The media has moved on from the virus. And I think a lot of people still like wearing masks because if you got a jacked up smile or you feel like your nose is too big or whatever the fuck, but you can make your eyes pretty, then you get to wear a mask the whole time. And it's like, I feel better out in society. I like the looks I'm getting now. And I think it's mainly I get those looks because I put on long eyelashes and then I put on a mask and I go out and I bat my lashes at the boys and they're like, oh, he's so pretty.
Disgusting. That is one of the stupidest reasons that I've heard you think people wear masks.
No, okay, I'll give you an example. They're finding out that children, young kids, because they're going through a weird phase in their life, going into puberty, they like wearing the mask because it covers acne. It covers, they have braces. It covers all that stuff. So it is psychological. If you're able to, it's like bald dudes. If you're able to wear a hat at work, are you going to wear a hat? And then the mandate's like, hey, the mandate says you don't have to wear a hat anymore. It's like, fuck that. I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts, dude. No, what I had heard was that it's with kids, like you're supposed to be able to, I guess, part of recognizing people's facial expressions is important for socializing. And when you go long times without seeing that or interacting with it, I guess it. But I mean, I don't fucking know. I'm not. People could be making this shit
You
up.
don't pick up on social cues.
Social cues,
especially if you're going to school. Imagine first and second graders.
When somebody does this to you the first time and they go,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Like, what the fuck? What did I do?
You can't tell with just the eyes sometimes.
And then you pull your pants up and you're like, this is probably. I couldn't help it. It would float it right over the plate. I had to hit it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of consequences. But I still had a great time in fucking Bolingbrook. It really made me want to like set up right now what I've been doing is I've been going through, I have about like 10 different comedy clubs. I'm trying to look for like smaller clubs like that might kind of like, because I don't have an agency, so that could prove kind of difficult for me to like get into clubs, except by like some kind of word of mouth or divine intervention. But what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna cold email I'm gonna try to find like 20 clubs. Maybe I can get 3 of them to to give me a shot, so I can start going out, man, because it was so cool actually being able to go to somewhere like Illinois, Chicago area, and have people actually like not being able to get it. I mean, we only did 1 show per night, and it's a small place, but it was kind of crazy to have the second show sold out. And then people at the door going like, oh, like as I'm coming back in from smoking a cigarette, they're like, oh man, we came here to see you and now we can't get in. And they're like, seemed like all like, man, it sucks, But they were obviously very, they were also very, very gracious people. They were just like, they were like, oh man, it sucks, but we'll just come back and see you whenever you come back. So that was pretty cool, and feeling that was like, oh, this is nice. I would like to be able to do this for the people that do come out to see me and are able to go see me do live stand up at a fucking show. So that's what I've been trying to do. I'm trying to make a little list. I'm looking up all these different small clubs that might. I guess have people of my range of draw, which is not that much better than any other unknown working comedian out there. So maybe something in the summer, definitely before the year's over. I've already developed. I'm starting to. I have like about 15 minutes of new material that I like. Hopefully by the end of the summer, that could be like up to 30 minutes. It could be the better part of stuff. And by new material, I mean like stuff that's not on any video that I put out. And yeah, because basically what I've been doing right now is I just been doing like a bunch of different stand up from all my shit that I've recorded. I take bits from here, bits from there, and then I mix them together, and I don't know. It's a fun show, and it's made me feel like not as timid about going back out and having people be like, oh, I already heard that, but because I always have new material, and this one's intermixed, but I think it's gonna be more new later in the year it gets, because I've been trying to work really hard on this shit to get it nice and crisp. Finally starting to take some kind of a shape, and yeah, I want to be able to keep doing that shit. What else? Yeah. Maybe make some shirts. I didn't bring the club owner at CG's, Glenn Martino, man. He's a fucking awesome dude. He used to be a stand-up in Austin. So he knows how to run a fucking awesome room. And what was I bringing him up for? I guess he told me some shit about you need to make shirts or do merch and stuff like that. So I'm I'm looking into that stuff, and but like I said, mainly into trying to put something together for the summer, or even if it's like 3 or 4 other places that I'm able to go in different parts of the country at least. Yeah, but that being said, I don't know how this whole Russia shit is gonna affect anything. Anytime I hear something happen in the news, I'm always worried about like, how is this gonna affect my comedy career this fucking time, right? So now I'm just like, oh God, is the whole world gonna plunge into fucking a dark ages, and then I won't be able to do stand up anymore? I'm gonna have to learn how to fucking use the little bit of skills that I have to learn how to. I'm just gonna be teaching, doing a children's rifle shooting class.
It makes it better. It's gonna make stand up better. It sounds fucked up, but when people are stressed out, they want to get their mind off of this shit. They turn to entertainment, and you know what? Their level of that offends me goes down a lot, because there's like, man, there's war, there's a pandemic. This one, fuck about your feelings.
I like how your ability to lie to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping me out with your ability, so I can lie to myself too.
It's what frequency are you turned into? You know what I mean?
Positivity. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Finding the silver lining, and that's but you're a pragmatist. You live typically in the middle. You're not, you know what I mean? You don't have high hopes, but you're not also like, you're like, if it goes to shit, you're like, well, fuck it. Where's my gun? You know what I mean? So very much in the middle, where George is everything pessimistic. You're going to fail. Everything sucks. So it's the balance in between. I'm fucking way over here on the, I was going to say on the right. Never mind. Never mind. Fuck.
Oh, way over here with all the neo-Nazis, all my neo-Nazi buddies. Yeah. Mwah, mwah.
Oh shit.
Well,
caught myself.
It's words, man. It's words. See how words can get you in trouble, even if they're not meant. If somebody's being a real fucking asshole, they can just hang on to that and be like, nope, he said it one time, and this is proof. And I'm just gonna assume that you're the worst human being in the world, instead of a complex creature with many different experiences and emotions.
Did you see on The View where they had they're talking about Russia, and I forgot one of the ladies' names, but one lady goes, I know, and for the last 4 years I've been wanting to go to Italy, and now I can't go to Italy because you had the pandemic and now a war, so it's like, when do I get to go? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's some real and what is it called? Starving games. What is the?
Oh yeah.
The starving games.
Same shit.
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where they had this high class society, basically just using
Hunger Games.
But
that's real.
Starving
Hunger Games is real. We're in America. We're the ones with the big wall around us.
Yeah,
and we wear all these weird colors. People are like, what the? We have diamonds in our foreheads. You know, if you're a rapper.
It
was this one in the middle. It was her. She's the one that said that. And now I can't go to Italy. Yeah.
Isn't her name Joy?
I think so.
Jesus Christ. Look at those lifeless eyes.
look at Whoopi. I do not want to be here.
She's oh, did you see the video of her farting?
Who, Whoopi?
In the middle of it. Yeah, and I mean they poke fun at it. I mean, what else can you do? She's a comic. She's got to make fun of it.
Oh, it was loud enough to everybody heard?
Oh yeah. You hear it go.
Nobody ignored it.
I don't think they could, man. Whoopi,
this is a long time ago.
Well, the show was nominated for a Golden Globe. You were nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah.
Several Golden Globes.
Yeah. I think it's one of the first stories that really talks about
hold on. I want you to watch her foot. Look at her foot. She's holding in the fart. Watch her foot.
really talks about our experience post 9/11, and it's our identity was really questioned.
Watch your foot. Just like
I think it's one of the first stories that really talks about our experience post 9/11, and it's our identity was really questioned, and I think it explores that in a really smart way.
Well, you know, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're so polite. Oh, excuse me.
So differential.
I think I just blew a little frog out of there.
God
Talking about the
damn,
safety
Whoopi.
of the nation.
Is that just the first
as you
one?
see it, your character sees it, it's in her hands, and she's kind of Looney Tunes.
Oh, not even kinda. As her insanity escalates,
What?
so do.
Why did it keep
so
going?
does
'Cause
her
she
ability
does it again?
to
I don't
actually
know. Let's find out.
Suss the problem out.
There's a relationship in
That's
love
right.
too, which is complex.
Even when she suspects him of being a terrorist, she's
No,
starting
they would have already put it.
to fall for him.
Sleep for them.
Yeah.
Thinking he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
The fuck? Why do they keep playing
The
it
show
after
was
the fart?
nominated for
I guess they
Golden
wanted
Globe. You were nominated.
They got us.
They wanted to show, you know, there's more to Whoopi than just farting.
You know what it was? Probably YouTube algorithm. They're like, it has to be at least 59 seconds. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Oh yeah, isn't that weird? Anyway, I don't know why that's fun. I don't know why farts are funny, but it's definitely funny when they're not intended to be heard. It's also funny when somebody makes it heard, like in the armies usually, where I would hear motherfuckers being like, "Wait, shh," and you would be like, "What?" That's funny.
I do that to my kids all the time.
But it's even funnier when people don't want you to hear it because it's so embarrassing. It's got a funny sound.
When did you first fart in front of your girl?
I don't know. I don't guess. I don't think I have our first fart moment. I think it was a gradual thing. And eventually it's just it was like masks. We just got used to it.
Did she hear you shit first or fart first?
Probably fart. I don't think I've ever blown it up that hard at the beginning of.
Oh, you have solid shits though.
No. I think it's just pure luck. But eventually, you know, after
You have a silencer
months-
on your asshole.
oh no, bro. That's what I was gonna get at. Eventually, she heard the kablooey. Kablooey. That's what it sounds like.
Beer shits.
That sound of porcelain.
Why? That's weird.
Porcelain echo, right?
Yes.
It's almost like it's an echo with a vibration in it. I don't know how to explain it.
You know what doesn't have the same vibration? If it has a soft or wooden seat, for some reason, it hinders the kablooey vibration as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason, that's what because when I blew up my grandma's house.
I was about to say, why? It's always grandmas that have the wooden the wooden toilet seat.
And she had one chair that had plastic on it. And I was like, this is not, it's not going to match the rest. She took the plastic off the rest. But nobody sat on the plastic one.
Oh, shit. That's fucking great. What is it with old ladies and plastic?
Keep it new.
Yeah, but it's you got to let it go. That's a woman that doesn't want to let go of her kids. Keep them, you know, so they don't get ruined like I did with my children.
Well, in a lot, like I had an aunt that nobody was allowed to go into that sitting space, and all the couches and chairs had plastic and everything. But in her head, this is what my legacy, and I'm leaving it to my family. So when I die, you get this. That's the way she thought of it.
Oh, wow. Did people take her up on it?
I have no idea. My cousins probably sold it. For drugs. No,
Poor lady. That'd be fucking fucked up.
No, they're all like
her whole fucking life lived like that.
they're all
like,
doctors.
They're gonna
and
keep it.
Pharmacists, so they didn't give a shit.
Well, maybe that maybe it had something to do with the way she brought him up, which is stay clean. Just like this couch is never gonna see a buttocks. I want you guys to make it through nice and clean.
Yeah, very much so. That's the way it was. Like you have to be smarter than your sibling or your cousin, and I threw the towel in immediately.
Oh,
And I was like, I'm not competing with these future doctors and fucking pharmacists and dentists. I'm not doing it. I'll be the failure. I'm the one at the bottom. I'm going to produce podcasts.
You got to follow what you want to do, man. I mean, up to a certain extent, but there's got to be a drive that is akin to insanity. If you want to do something especially in the creative arts, like the ones we're in.
No plan B. That's just no. You can have no plan B. Or as what's his name from Shallow Hal with the big ass hands? I never can remember. Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
If you want to take the island, burn your fucking boats. Meaning there is no way back. So you can make it happen, or your family leaves you.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what we're trying to do here, folks. Trying to burn the boats are already burned.
Yep.
And we're running out of food. And I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh shit! Oh man, I wish I'd have been able to do this podcast earlier. But I had a bunch of shit I had to do, and then I had just come back from Bolingbrook. I could not do 2 nights in a row. Staying up, doing this shit, and then having to get up in the morning. Because I was also already not getting that good of sleep. I was getting decent sleep. No, I wasn't getting good sleep in Illinois because I was drinking. But for some reason, once I wake up, I just wake up. And then my body just feels tired. And I can't go to bed because then it's going to fuck up my schedule anyway. So, anyway, I got back. I was super fucking tired. And I was like, I can't do this live again. I gotta record it later. And that's why, that's why we're doing this. And talking about fucking end of the world. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Didn't they say we sent another 7,000 troops to Germany? I mean, that's still not as bad, as putting them close to the border, but I'm just getting tired, man. I'm getting tired of the government fucking lying to everybody all the time, and people being so gullible and stupid, going like, this time I bet it's going to be a legit war. And the reality is, man, if they lied to you once and then again and again and again, man, over these big fucking things, what don't we know? Here's what I want to know. I want to know who the fuck is standing to make some money off of this thing. Because it can't just be the Russians or the Ukrainians. I mean, we're basically letting them do it too, right? We're not even answering. We're not.
Russia's making the money.
Because of the pipeline?
Well, Russia's making the money because they're like I said, they mine a lot of that stuff, palladium and gold and everything, and then the oil that they have, they're one of the biggest producers, and we're actually a bigger producer, but we use more oil than we produce, so we have to import. So it hurts us because Russia already knows we're financially unstable. They know that if we're not making enough oil because we shut down our pipelines, so then they can push. I mean, we might see $10 gallon gas in California and shit.
Jesus Christ, what is it right now here in Texas? It's like 3 something, 4.
Yeah,
that is pretty high. I remember when 279 was outrageous.
Yeah.
There's one day we're gonna look at $4. We're gonna look fondly at $4 gas. We'll be like, man, remember back in the day when you can just $4 per gallon?
So here's the conspiracy theory, the Great Reset, right? And it's not really conspiracy theory because there's large think tanks like the Council on Foreign Relations and other think tanks like that said we need to reset the system because it's we have too much of these, what are those fucking things called?
Crypto?
No, not crypto. Bitcoin is I believe is supposed to solve it. But derivatives, there we go.
The fuck is a derivative?
where it's like, okay, you make a bet on a stock, right? You're like, you make a bet on this, that this is gonna happen, and then somebody makes a bet on your bet, and then somebody makes a bet on that bet, and then somebody makes a bet, and it just keeps going on. So this one physical thing that's say.
Wait, so okay, when you say make a bet,
Yeah.
right? So what's the difference between me investing $5 in Microsoft and making a $5 bet on Microsoft?
Because you could be shorting the stock. For example, I'm going
what the fuck does shorting it mean?
I believe I'm going to buy it at this price, and I believe that it's going to go lower. So then you pay me the difference once it goes lower because I have it at this price. Or
who's taking on these type of
it's called futures. That's how
what?
Yeah.
You can bet money on the stock market in a negative that something's gonna go down.
So that's what Michael Burry did. The guy from they did a movie called The Big Short.
I saw that movie,
Yes.
and you know what? I liked it, and now I'm starting to realize I didn't understand a third of it.
So Michael Burry created a thing to short a derivative to short the housing market, right? And so if it's an insurance policy. And so once the housing market crashed, he got paid billions of dollars.
Whoa.
So that's a way of shorting the market. It's a bet.
That is the stupidest way to allow somebody to bet. Because it's like if I tell you I'm gonna bet this much amount of money that the Spurs are gonna make they're only going to score 52 times and they're going to lose. But it's like, wouldn't you be like a little suspicious of why I would make such a specific
So the way
bet?
Michael Burry did it is he went and literally looked at the documents that showed what kind of loans they were giving, and it's no verification. People are 90, 120 days delinquent. So he could read it and see that the housing market was going to crash. You know what I mean? So it's actually, if you have the work and the know-how and you know where to look, it's a much safer bet. Or you can do, I forgot what his name was, but at the beginning of the pandemic, he went on every single show, MSNBC, Squawk Box, all these different shows for
talking shit on the stock.
Yeah, he was like, everything's going to collapse. And he's like almost crying on the phone. And he caused panic. But what he did is he shorted all of the stocks. And so he made billions of dollars off of doing that, and he bought back in.
Oh, man. You know, that's the first time I'm fucking understanding that, what happened. And it's sketch as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess technically he didn't do anything shady except read
Here's
statistics, but...
Well, no, he went and spread fear. He went and got on all...
And then and started... But who is this guy again?
I can't remember his name right now. He's a famous investor, but he made more money by doing that than he had his whole career before that.
Damn. I mean, he fucking read it, dude. He fucking read it and took advantage of it.
He started throwing gasoline on
started
it.
throwing gasoline on it.
Yeah, and the new one that they're going to regulate, it's the NFTs that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people make pictures of like gorillas or clowns or whatever the fuck and selling them? This is how a lot of them are doing it. If I'm rich, I make this bullshit fucking JPEGs and I sell them, and I buy them myself, and it says $300,000. So now I'm an investor, and I look on there like, shit, this one sold for $300,000, and
So people are gonna look and
they're gonna
start
think it's a
putting
lot,
money in
and
it.
they're like, you know what? I'll offer them half, $150,000, and then you sell that to that person. Well, I got my own money back. You know what I mean? I bought it for $300,000
because you paid yourself.
So I swindled these people into purchasing my shit because the value looks high, and it's 100% legal right now to do that.
I mean, I don't see how it could be illegal if technically you're allowed to buy whatever you want, including your own shit.
No, there's laws again. Okay, for example, with crypto, there's a thing called tax harvesting. So what companies would do if Bitcoin fell, they'd sell it, and then they get to collect they're saying, see, we lost revenue, we lost money. So they write it off on their taxes, but then they buy it right back. And in stocks, you can't do that. If you sell it, a company has to wait 30 days before they can buy it again. So you can't tax harvest the same way.
Right. Oh, interesting.
They make it seem like it's super complicated, and it's fucking not. It's literally thugs, just bigger gangs running the world. That's all it is. And they have their racket. and their racket is legal because they're the number one gang.
Oh man, and that's pretty much how the world functions, man.
Yep.
It's like normal interactions between people where somebody is talking shit and the other one goes, "I'll come over there and smack the shit out of you." As trivial as somebody hitting somebody for that reason, that happens on a nation level.
Putin just did that to everybody. Fucking do something. Fucking do something.
Yeah.
And he was like planning it, and at the same time be like, no, I'm not going to invade. Why are you building hospitals and 350,000 troops on the border? I don't know. Just, we're not going to invade. And then he invades. I'm invading. You know, it's so creepy how calm he is.
Yeah, dude, isn't that guy was in the Soviet version of the
KGB.
CIA? Yeah, KGB. There you go.
Yeah, he was KGB, and he said the biggest, not violation, but the biggest.
You don't think that guy's wrapped piano wire around somebody's neck before, dude? Fuck.
He went up to all the oligarchs in Russia when he took over and said, basically, you're not going to fuck over Russia anymore, and I'm taking over this shit. He sat down with all these big oil executives and everything.
I guess people that were just profiting off.
Yeah, and he's like, nah. And he said the biggest, not regret, but he said, because I don't speak Russian, but basically the thing was that they lost Ukraine and that the USSR was dismantled.
Oh, which did the USSR include Poland?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And Ukraine. By the way, I looked up Ukraine where it was. It was in a not completely different. I was close, but I thought it was a different shape. I don't know. I thought it was like straight like that, and I was like, "Where did I get that?"
I think it's bigger than Texas.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, Ukraine.
Oh. And I thought it was long, but then I realized the reason I thought it was a long thing was because the game Risk. I thought it had Ukraine as the Euro, though. It's not.
You're like, well, yeah. Oh, it turns out it was Argentina the whole time. Yeah, it is the difference in Ukraine.
Oh shit! Look at that.
About the same size.
Fucking frozen Texas.
They're just trying to make Texas blue. I don't think so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so almost the same size. Definitely the width. So if you drove from one end to the other end, it's the same as driving in Texas from one end to the other. So we're the same girth, but we're longer.
That's true. And we got Mexicans.
Yeah.
Who are the Ukrainian Mexicans?
Ukraine ethnic people. I don't know if we can type this in.
Ukraine ethnic people. Oh shit! Look at that.
Some look white, some look Asian, some look Russian.
Oh right. Hey, there was a pie chart.
Oh, right here?
Oh no, you moved really quick. I don't know if you moved up or down.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Oh no,
That's by religion.
Oh shit! A lot of people are atheists in the Ukraine. See, that's what happens to your country, man, for not believing in Jesus.
A lot of them are Orthodox and Catholic.
Ukrainian Orthodox, Ukrainian Catholic.
Ooh, that's where they're fighting. That's why.
Oh, non-religious versus
atheist is very small.
Includes Kiev Patriarchy. What does that mean? Moscow Patriarchy? No particular.
I have no idea. Have you ever seen that? Orthodox? It's like Catholicism, but like
but they have like more grandiose like hats.
And instead of wearing white, they wear black. They're like the opposite side of chess.
They're like goth Catholics.
Yeah, they're goth.
They look a little intimidating. Yeah. They always have the big old fucking beards, right? Where you're used to seeing the clean shaven Catholic priests. Which I didn't grow up Catholic, but from the times I saw it, see, this looks a little more intimidating, dude. This looks like they mean fucking business.
Eastern Orthodox.
Like Catholics, you can make fun of their religion all day, and they'll be like, whatever, God will forgive you, I guess. But these are the type of dudes that'll fucking crucify you and burn you.
Yeah, it's like a mixture.
Yeah, look at how fucking weird that looks, man. That looks intimidating. Like they'll do some shit to you.
Yeah, with a hoodie like that.
Yeah, and
this guy in the back is the
long
killer.
Ass beards.
This is the killer right here.
Oh my god, that guy does look. He looks like that guy from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
with the little.
It looks like a mixture of Islam and Catholicism.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of like, you know.
Oh my God! Imagine if the priest had staffs like that. Oh my God, they would. Never
They
mind.
would fucking hit you, dude.
I wonder if they have the same thing that the Catholic, as far as the pedophilia within the church, if they have the same thing going on in their church.
No, I think
You know why? Because Russians shut the fuck up about. No, I'm just playing.
these dudes fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
those,
can?
Those long beards? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're allowed to fuck. You can't grow a glorious mane like that and not be fucking.
Why can't
Orthodox. Easter Orthodox can get married. Eastern and
this holy mystery segment? Huh? The wedding itself is. Yeah. Hold on.
no, I think you just looked up marriages in Eastern Orthodox.
Oh, Eastern Orthodox
Priest. Under Orthodox rule, a celibate priest cannot marry after ordination, and a non-celibate priest cannot remarry and remain a priest even if his wife dies. Oh, so he can go in with a wife. He just if she dies while he's in servitude, he
You know
can't.
what that's like? That's like being a deacon in a Catholic church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, deacons are not so. Because I remember my parents talking about that. My dad becoming a deacon, and he just blurted out, not even thinking about it. He's like, "I can't be a deacon because if something happens to your mom, I can't get remarried."
Oh, yeah.
And my mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, you idiot! Why would you say that out loud?"
Oh, he just had a brain fart and spoke with clarity.
Yeah, he did, because it was very like, I'm not being an asshole. This is just, and in my head, I was like, I think you're a little autistic, Dad.
I'm not spending the rest of my life by myself.
Yeah. I can picture, if my dad ever got remarried, it's going to be a very homely woman.
Really?
I'm going to be like, Dad, did you just want a maid that you can fuck? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that what you wanted? What are you doing, Dad?
How could you think your dad was thinking that?
Because I know my father. He's very practical. He's like, your mom was the love of my life. I'm never going to top that. So let me find somebody who I can die with, who cooks well. And well, every once in a while,
Go do the right thing and suck my nuts.
Very much so. Very much so. And whoever my mom, if something happened to my dad, whoever my mom picks, I'm going to beat them up. I'm fucking them all up. I don't give a shit. This isn't mine. No, fuck that. We're fucking them up. And I tell my son, you see that? That's not your grandpa. I don't know who that man is.
That's a stranger, an imposter.
Yeah. Get him away from your grandmother.
Oh my God. I don't know if, I don't know how I would handle, like if Marcella had kids from another relationship, we probably wouldn't be together.
No, because you'd be watching them right now.
No, I'm saying we probably wouldn't be together because I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, were you doing a podcast while the kids were at home eating cereal off of one of those dog timer feeders that just like release Cheerios?
So basically, she'd have to be a bad mother and not be with her kids in order for you to be together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you abandon your children?
I mean, it would prove a lot to me.
Yeah, you love me more than your kids. I love you.
It would prove a lot of love, but... And then I would probably be like, I can't be with somebody that leaves their kids. I mean, what does that say about you?
Exactly. As a mother, gross.
Oh, that's got to be tough, right? Being the new guy. Oh, and then how do you handle the living under the same roof? And I mean, they're grown-ups. Grown-ups are going to do grown-up things. Can you hear those grown-up things at night? I don't know. Would it bother me? I don't know if I could handle it. I would have to leave. I'd be like, I can't live here. I can't listen to Fred fuck my mom. No, I don't care if he's a cool guy.
Okay, what if your dad? What if it was Becky fucking your dad? Becky got some big old titties too.
Oh man, I'd be like, that's the old man. He's crazy, man. You hear it?
But your sister would be like, I'm out of here.
Oh shit, right?
I hate that bitch Becky with the good hair.
Hey man, you gotta let grown-ups be grown-ups. I would totally let my parents be grown-ups in their own fucking house. But I don't know if I could
Well, you're in your 30s. Why would you live with them?
No, I'm talking about as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I think once you're grown up, because Yeah, you wouldn't live with them. So this in the scenario, you would have to be a kid for you to be forced to stay there.
So which one do you live with? Who are you going with, mom or dad?
I think you always have to go with your dad as a guy.
I think it depends on your age. If I'm 9 years old, 8 years old, I'm going with mom. If I'm 15, I'm probably still going with mom.
I don't know. I think.
But if I'm 12, I'm going with dad. And the reason I say that because at 15, I'm the fucking man of this house.
No. See, I would look at it from like I know my dad's not gonna cook for the two of us. He's gonna cook for himself, and he'll let me have some of it. But there's a difference when your mom cooks and when you're. I feel like when my dad would cook, he was just like, this is what I would eat, so I'm sure everybody else is not gonna have a problem eating this. And when my mom would be like, I'm gonna make something, you guys are gonna love it. You know, she'd cook for you.
I'm just going by who doesn't hit his heart. That's what I was going by.
Well, who hits in the first place? I would go with my dad. Then.
Both hit.
My mom used to beat the shit out of us, man. I mean, obviously it would be for disobeying, but
yeah. It obviously was my fault.
Obviously, it was my fault, for not knowing the fucking draconian rules that had been in place.
My mom would do the pinches and slaps on the hand, which would make me cry because it's like, your mom. I don't know. I was a bitch, I guess, around my mom, and then my dad
pinches hurt.
My dad, I didn't want to cry, but he would hit you harder if you weren't crying. So
really?
So then you'd end up crying. But yeah, that motherfucker had some wind up.
Oh, my mom used to hit us with the belt.
Not punching, belt. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mom used to hit us with the belt too. And yeah, she had some whip on it. She had a
so did you get
bit of a crack.
When you try to cover your ass up, would you get it more on your forearms or on the back of your legs?
If I try to catch if I try to you mean like
it.
Put my hands behind my ass and
block it
and try to block it? She's gonna get me in the neck or like or the back. She's not fucking around. She'd be like, I'll just get you in the calf then, or in the back of the knee.
Yeah, that's where I got it. I got it usually because my hands would be covering it, and they can't spank you on your forearms because that leaves marks. But if you spank you on the back of the thigh, then you wearing shorts. Nobody's gonna see that until you go to gym.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was never hit like to the point that it would leave marks.
Don't judge my parents.
Except for the summer when we couldn't go to school and complain. Once June came around, man, we got ass whoopings.
And it's funny because my parents are like, that never happened. I was like, I remember going to school and not being able to sit down in class. Like I'm sitting on either my right side or my left side.
Oh my God!
But being able to caught it. Sit like straight. Nobody would have gave a shit. It's the valley.
I was about to say, what's fucked up? The fact that you would have to look at it in that way and go like, I'm glad nobody caught it, that you were getting hit.
Yeah, but
I'm glad nobody helped you out.
No, but I'm glad because I got a good home. It was just one of those old school kind of 60s old. But
all Mexicans will beat the shit out of you if you fuck up.
And don't I would never call the cops on them or whatever, like what is it called, the CPS. I would never call CPS on them because they put it in my head like, you want to go somewhere else? You want to live in fucking foster home? Go ahead. And I was just like, nah, I got it good here.
You want to get put into a foster home and get raped by Kevin Bacon in Sleepers? Is that what you want to happen to you?
Want to go to a concentration camp? No.
By the way, you've never seen Sleepers?
That's fucked up.
It's a good movie, but it's fucked up.
It'll make you hate Kevin Bacon.
It'll make you hate Kevin Bacon and want him to get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that movie. Check it out; it's fucking awesome. I guess it's about how much time do we do?
An hour 5.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And they're like doing construction, so you hear a little bit.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna call it a day here.
What shows you got?
So far, shit, I don't got anything going on. Fuck. I gotta cancel the show actually.
Revolver?
No, tonight. It's my girl's birthday. We already have plans.
Oh shit! You better call him because you're his big draw.
But
You talking about Breckle? You're his big draw, man.
tonight?
Yeah. Isn't it tonight? The 10 o'clock for Breckle?
I thought it was Porter or Potter. Oh, was it?
Oh, Potter. It was Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Potter.
Fuck. All right, we gotta end this. I completely fucking spaced out, dude.
Oh
Shit.
Tell him I can do it. I'll go at the end after I get out of LOL. I'll shoot over there.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him I can do it if he wants it.
All right, badass. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna try to work on getting some dates somewhere outside of Texas and also here in Texas. I'll see what's cooking. See if I can come to a town near you. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Take it easy. Bye.